Everyone at the office loves you, but then no one at home loves you. Instead, they're resentful of your job or your business.
Hello, hello, hello. I'm Sam.
I'm Brandon.
And this is the Ride or Die podcast.
Ride or die?
Yes, that's what I said. We're changing things up. It is time.
Switching it up.
It's time. Brandon says it best. You know, you don't wait and wait and wait till everything is lined up and perfect to get started. So we, as a hobby, came out with the Middleton Methods podcast, which has been amazing. But it is time to step things up. It is time to bring you more. And at the end of the day, we always say that we're ride or die till the end. That is everything about us. And we know truly the people that possess this attitude in their life, in their business, in their parenting, in their business, they really reap the benefits of having a ride or die mindset. So it only seemed fitting to go the ride or die route. We're excited. Not everybody has to love it, but we are like, because we have already had that feedback at whatever, like, I think it was from some older people that just don't understand what ride or die means, which is okay. That's okay. That's not necessarily our target audience. But I love ride or die. It really means something to me. It makes me get up and charges me to come give you more content, better content, and really put, not like I wasn't putting passion into this already or that you weren't putting your time and thought and energy into this already, but just like really coming and delivering knockout information for you that is just going to blow you guys away. So
for you, because again, this isn't about us, and that's always the challenge that we had with Middleton Methods, that it had our name on it. So it's like, great, that works for you, but that may not necessarily work for me. And we know that's not true. We know that we are a ride or die couple. You probably heard the term like power couple or whatever, but for us, I literally said it in my wedding vows that I had the phrase ride or die in my wedding vows. So it has been that kind of underlying thing that has helped us get through business challenges, marriage issues, parenting, life, everything. We always link up at the end, and we also could never really put our finger on what it was about other couples that we did kind of gravitate towards, right? There's other couples out there who have figured this out. They figured out working together, being in business together, and we couldn't really figure it out. And we know there's more of you out there. And so by putting that kind of label on it, it is that ride or die attitude. We know that it's going to help those of you who want to embrace that, and also help bring together a little bit more of a community of other ride or die couples. Because like we say, we don't have it all figured out. We figured some things out, and I know there's a community of people out there who have also figured some other things out. And by sharing that, by working together, we all grow. We all win, which is the point. Exactly.
So I'm stoked. I'm stoked. You are ride or die because you watch this every week. So you're our ride or diers, and we appreciate you guys. I wanted to talk about Middleton Madness real fast because besides all this like rebranding that's going on, which is pure craziness, by the way, to just decide you're going to do it. It takes a lot of work to do that for you guys. We don't have the kids in camp or school this week, so I just want to hit on that real fast. It's pure. I can hear them right now. Can you hear them right now? They're like right in the other room, and
probably tearing up the toys in the playroom.
So make sure, like, we're changing the format up a little bit this week. Brandon did this like killer video after his run the other day about just talking about when you're stuck, how to get unstuck. Because even at 36 and 34, even after being together for 17 years and in business for 10, like there's periods of times where we get stuck. And it's almost like when you go down that hole and you're finding everything's wrong, and then it's really hard to turn that back around. Regardless of whether you have a really supportive spouse or not. Sometimes I can just get in a rut, and it doesn't matter what Brandon says. Like, it just takes me a minute to get out of that funk. So he's actually sharing with you the 3 best things you can do to turn that around as quickly as possible. Killer information. It's only 15 minutes long. Make sure you check it out. And next week, we are going to share this Middleton Madness more with you, and just how easy and great it was to get through this week with some simple key tips we have to what to do when you have a business and life and kids to all manage, and they're not in school or camp, which is seriously pure craziness.
And
but
you don't
it's
have
been,
family to come over and
this
watch
has
them.
been like the best week of the summer so far. So, and it's just been beautiful, even though it has been crazy. So check that out, because those tips are going to be great. I know you guys can use them on the next like school vacation, or Labor Day is coming up, and that's already like that one extra day of them being out. That one Monday that you think that you're going to go in and crush the day, because that's what you do on a weekly basis, and then that's not there because they're out of school, everybody's on holiday, there's no getting around the fact that you just gotta embrace this good mentality and be like, I'm gonna knock today out of the park with my family. And so we're gonna talk about that next week. But enjoy this podcast about the 3 best ways to get unstuck. Check it out, like, comment, share. We love you guys, we're excited.
Awesome.
Ride or die.
What's up, my ride or die peoples? I got something to share with you this morning. I'm running. It's Monday. Kids are out of school. Officially starts next week. And Sam has some business to take care of. So Monday is usually a very productive day. And instead, I've got to play Mr. Mom for the first half of the day. And then she's going to tag me out. Get you up? I'm all sweaty, buddy. All right. So instead of having a productive business day, I'm gonna be focused a bit on family first. So I gotta give them attention before I can set them up with a movie or something and let them occupy themselves, so I can at least get 2 hours of work done today to make sure the week doesn't fall behind. So anyway, what I want to share with you, hi buddy, look at this face, look at that face. Let me see that face. What I wanted to share with you today are 3 things. 3 things that I was contemplating on while running. And man, this is especially to the married folks out there, especially to those of you that have kids. There are 3 things that you have to do if you want to change whatever situation that you're in and become more in a position of power and control. We talk about this a lot when it comes to entrepreneurship, people leaving their jobs. That's all well and good, but let's be honest. Even if you leave your job, you make tons of money, you have nice things, but you lose your family in the process. Now, you may not lose them in a divorce. Maybe you don't lose custody of your kids, but maybe you lose their hearts. You know what I mean? You build something so awesome. Give me your foot, buddy. You build something so awesome, and you're making big dollars, and you got all the vanity stats. Everyone in the masterminds, everyone, hold on, buddy. Give me your foot. Telling you you're the man. All your employees who rely on you for that paycheck every week, they're all telling you you're the man or the lady. You're having an awesome day, you're crushing it, and then you get home and you walk through the door and you don't get that same kind of respect. Put your butt on the seat, buddy.
No, I want that swing.
You want that swing?
Yeah, I want the baby.
You know what I mean? You ever had that happen? Heck, I still have that happen every now and then. If I get off my game, Sam is quick to let me know, you ain't that sweet. I want to make sure that I make that super clear. You go to work, you crush goals, sales goals, you look like a boss to your manager, or like I said, all of your employees or team members or whatever are like, man, you're the man, you got it all. And then you get home and your kids don't treat you with respect, or everyone at the office loves you, but then no one at home loves you. Instead, they're resentful of your job or your business. They're resentful of the people that you give your life to. Wow.
Daddy,
Get
me off here.
You just got in there.
Well, I want to get out.
All right.
I want to go somewhere else.
They're resentful of the business that you built. So anyway, that's all I wanted to share with you guys. I wanted to let you know that I can relate to that problem. Not so much personally, but I hear it a lot. I certainly did in the early years, you know, with Sam, even the early years with the
Can I go on the
kids.
balance beam with no shoes on?
Sure, go ahead. Just wash your feet later.
Okay.
All right, so how do you get out of that? How do you get out of that rut? How do you effectively be the man or woman at work, in your business, in your companies, as well as at home? Because frankly, again, what's the sense of making a bunch of money if you lose your family in the process? 3 things. Number 1, you have to take responsibility. Man, I hate hearing that. When I was growing up, my mom and my grandfather used to always tell me to take responsibility. And it became a lecture. Hated it. But what does it mean to take responsibility? It means to stop expecting everybody else to cater to your bullshit stories, or for everyone else to be the excuse of why you didn't do X, Y, Z. Well, I couldn't because I was sick. I couldn't because my boss won't give me a promotion. I couldn't because so-and-so is, you know, sleeping with the manager, so they got it instead of me. I don't care what the excuse is. It's all an excuse. And when you take responsibility for the situation that you have put yourself in, then all that baggage goes away, because you can't blame it on anybody. You can't blame it on anybody anymore. I've had a bad habit of blaming it on clients, right? Well, I can't get to this level in business, or I can't reach this goal or whatever because this client did me wrong, or this guru or this mentor took advantage. That may or may not be the case. But if I let that be the case, buddy, it's just mulch. It's just mulch. It's okay. You can step on the mulch. You can't control other people. So if you don't take responsibility, that means the only way that things can change is if you change them or they change. Buddy, it's just mulch. Sit down. Sit down. Put your flip-flops back on. All right, so that's number 1, take responsibility. Number 2, take action. Massive action, I would add. Massive action. Now, who is tired of hearing consistent action? Lots of little steps over time will get you to your goals. If you're tired of hearing that, I understand. Because you hear it over and over again, some motivational YouTube video or some course you spend a bunch of money for just for them to tell you that stuff that you already know. Take action. Once you've taken responsibility, now you need to go take action and make the necessary changes in order to change your situation or circumstance. But the challenge with that, the challenge with taking action is this. It's the 3rd thing. And you know this. You know what you need to do to lose weight, to have better relationships, to get the promotion, to start that business. You know what you need to do. You know it. You're not stupid. You know, probably for years now, what you need to do in order to get the results that you want. So me telling you to take action is like, thanks, Captain Obvious. I know what I need to do, but why can't I get myself to do it? And here is the 3rd thing. It's kind of 2-part. The 3rd thing is you have to have a ride or die attitude. Now, what is that ride or die attitude? You probably hear my wife and I talk about that when we talk about each other. We have that theme. I literally used the phrase ride or die in my wedding vows because I believe in it so much. And it's that attitude that you will not quit. You will give everything that you have. You will take action and fail and go through pain and do. Doesn't matter. It's a never say die type of attitude, right? Ride or die. Sam and I ride together and we die together. If things aren't working, we do the work to figure it out. But why does that attitude? It's not just a cute phrase. Why does that work? Why has that been successful for us for 17 years in multiple businesses, now adding a family to the mix, 2 children, close together in age. We've had plenty of obstacles, plenty of baggage from, mommy and daddy not being around when we were growing up. Plenty of excuses of not having the support or the people around us or whatever, the economy, the recession. That was our introduction to the real world, was a housing crash. And the Twin Towers, like that was how we started our relationship. It was Twin Towers hit, and we had gone on our first date the week after, and then we finally get a little bit of momentum, go to college, and then bam, the housing bubble burst, and the whole economy goes through a recession for the next few years. We could have all the excuses in the world, but that ride or die attitude did one thing. It put us on one accord with an emotional connection. It was a phrase we also use synonymously with, hey, we're on the same team. If we ever get into a rut, if we ever have a challenge, if we ever find we find ourselves kind of in a slump or in the middle of an argument even, we'll say, hey, we're on the same team, ride or die. What that does is it triggers that emotional response. It creates that us versus the world kind of attitude, us versus whatever the common enemy is. That could be real or fake, doesn't matter. It doesn't.
Daddy, I want to go home.
Okay, grab your brother. Let's go get in the stroller.
Maxie, I want to go home.
It creates that emotional connection, and the reason why that actually gets you to take that action, that second step. You got 5 more minutes then.
No.
You can sit. Hey, you're not the boss. They're always challenging us. It's because in that word, emotion is what? You've heard it before, it sounds cheesy. Emotion, motion, 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 action, action. Well, you may have heard Tony Robbins talk about it. It's not about what happens to it, it's the meaning that we put behind it. When you put meaning behind something, it creates emotion, and that's what gets you to take action, right? The mother does not lift up a car to save her child because she knew how to do it. She does it because she has an emotional reaction and something just magical kicks in. And that extra willpower, that extra creativity, that extra grit, that's the difference between average people, even good people, and great people. The greats are the ones that tap into that emotion and therefore take a lot more action, and action is what changes your situation. It's what changes your finances. It's what changes your kids' hearts. It's what changes your relationships. But just telling you to take action would be the equivalent of every other guru that's out there, every other self-help book, every other whatever. And let me tell you, when you get down on yourself, it can be really hard to just create that emotional ride or die attitude out of thin air. And that's why we believe so much in marriage, in having that second half, that complete opposite of you that complements you. Because when you're down, they're up. When they're up, you might be down. You're always lifting each other up. You're always supporting each other. You're always filling each other's weak spots. You're always lifting each other. And that ride or die attitude, I'm telling you guys, has been everything and continues to be everything for us. So that's all I got for you guys today. 3 things. Number 1, take responsibility. Only you can change. You can't change anybody else. But by you changing, other people watch and they make changes. Practice it with your kids, practice it with your spouse. I promise you, you'll see. Number 2, take action, which is nice, but you need that third ride or die attitude in order to create that emotional connection and take consistent action. All right, guys, that's all I got for you. Have a phenomenal week, and I will talk to you soon. Later.
All right, guys, that was awesome, right? Oh, I was so excited when he sent this over to me, and we really hope you enjoy that. Like and comment, share our podcast, help us get the word out. This is our big push, guys. And let us know your feedback on how we did that this week, how we just in the moment, that's when the real feelings are there, because it's just so raw. So let us know what you think. If you
I hope
guys,
the camera didn't make you dizzy.
I know, he's like, but if you guys love that as much as we did, we'll probably start doing that on a more consistent basis. So instead of giving you an hour-long podcast, which I have a challenge that it's that long, so you guys must be like, sometimes take a week to get through our podcast, because it takes me a week to get through our podcast. Let us know, because we would love to be able to do that more often for you guys and just switch things up. And with the whole concept of ride or die, we are lining up all these amazing couples. Sometimes it'll be one half of the couple, the guy. Sometimes it'll be the wife or the boyfriend or the girlfriend. Sometimes it'll be both of them. But we're going to bring you some other ride or die community members they can't wait to come on and share what's working for them in their lives, which is like, this is so amazing. I just got the chills just thinking about how awesome this is going to be. And I'm so, so happy you guys are here. Thank you so much. We'll see you guys next week.
Take care, guys.